the Big Eight, the Big Eight teams. And here's a look at the current standings from the Big Eight League. Of course, Centennial near the top of that one after picking up a win against Poly. Norco's also 1-0. Santiago and North all 1-0. We'll get to North and Centennial's collision in just a second. King, Roosevelt, Corona, and Poly winless after one game. So it's that's how it looks after one game of the season in the Big Eight. All right, we start with two teams still looking for their first win of the season, Corona and King right now. People like Corona, the fans out there, 95% going with Corona over King. Roosevelt and Poly, 80% with Roosevelt, although Roosevelt coming off a loss. Poly also a loss to Centennial in that one, but Roosevelt getting 80% by the fans this week. Santiago and Norco at 97%, overwhelming for them, the Cougars against Santiago. And, of course, the big collision this week, North and Centennial. Right now, this is the Pick'em, the final score. This is the tiebreaker game where we actually fill in the score on our Pick'em contest at hsgametime.pe.com. Centennial right now getting the win, and the fans are saying by a score, an average score of 36-28. So we bring in EPJ and the Prep Dog to talk about this Big Eight showdown. Centennial, the favorite in this one, but not by much. It's 36-28. North is 4-0. Centennial 3-1. A lot of people excited about this all Huskies matchup on Friday. And according to our Facebook page, a lot of people giving North a really good shot at this. So EPJ will start at the end of the table. Do they actually have a real good shot at this?
Yes, they do. With that offense that they put up there, Justin Georgie has been spectacular at quarterback. I believe 10 touchdowns, no interceptions. Two great receivers to throw to, an Aaron Peck and Marcus Baugh. So their offense is really there. Centennial still making a little bit of mistakes here and there, but their offense is starting to put up yards, put up points. With this matchup, with how strong both teams are, I have to think back to the 2002 game when they played for the CIF title that ended 57-55 in triple overtime, that we could see that type of high-scoring matchup again this year. So,
well, it's scary to think. We just saw some of the Poly video. It's scary to think we were at that game, that Centennial could win so big, 48-6, and still make so many mistakes and have so much more room for improvement.
Yeah, and we've seen them make big plays, but we've seen a lot of big plays come back because of mistakes. So, against certain teams, you can get away with that. With how well North is playing now, if Centennial keeps making some of these mistakes, it could prove costly. It did against St. Bonaventure, and now we know North is one of those top-tier teams again that if they keep making the mistakes, North could definitely take this game. And Coach Paredes has that team back on track when, after just a terrible, disappointing season last year, North, once again, a proud program with a lot of support.
There's the North signal caller, Justin Georgie, enjoying a great season so far. His favorite target, Aaron Peck. So Prep Dog, North, led by Justin Georgie. Can they get it done Friday night against Centennial?
I think they can, but I don't think they will. I think 36-28 is a pretty good guess by our readers. And, I think it's a game that North possibly, if they break open some big plays with those talented wide receivers and Georgie at quarterback, if they can break some big ones and get a lead on Centennial, they've got a really good shot. But I think that Centennial is just too strong up front and will prevail in the end.
I think one of the big factors here is North will have a couple key players playing both ways, and we'll have to see how that figures out in the game. Aaron Peck and Marcus Baugh are both starting linebackers as well, so that could be a factor late in the game, whether or not they can.
If that wears on them.
If that wears on them, and you like Centennial, they're not going to have many guys going both ways, if any. And one of the best matchups that we may see, head-to-head matchups, Aaron Peck against Centennial DB Isaac Kalunga. Kalunga only 5'6", Peck 6'3". But everyone will tell you that Isaac Kalunga may be the best cover corner in our area. So